Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. My name is Jess and you know what time it is. Ever since I filmed the video a few weeks ago about me making the TBR jar, I've been dying to use it. With September starting here very soon, I thought what better way to do a TBR takedown than to use my TBR jar to pick my next month's reads. According to Goodreads and Fable, if I read 4 books a month for the rest of the year, I will hit my reading goal. I'm hoping to be able to get above that, but I'm going to pick 4 prompts out of the jar and pick 4 books from my physical TBR to try and bring down that number and percentage from the spreadsheet a few weeks ago. Also, I don't know if you can see, but I got my nails done with my sister-in-law and I'm so excited about them. Where I live, I feel like it's so hard to find people who can do like designs or like the fun things that you see on like TikTok and Instagram, like social media. And most people use like their cousin or something. They have like some relative or roommate who can suddenly just do amazing nails. And sadly, I don't have anyone who can do that for me. But me and my sister-in-law found this place like 30 minutes away from us. And she can do all like the cute fun designs that I found. So I'm hoping that we can keep going back there. Anyways, tangent over. Let's get into the picking the prompts. So I'm gonna pick all 4 of the prompts and then I'm going to get all 4 books. Like I said, I hope to be able to read more books than this each month. This is hopefully gonna be like the minimum. And then if I read more than this many books a month, then I can just mood read, which is like the best thing ever. I'm gonna go ahead, mix this up. Okay, I'll let you see it first. A book that you've been putting off. Oh gosh. I like immediately know which one I'm gonna put for that. And when I pick this book and show it to you, I'll explain why I've been putting off this book. Number 2. Okay, this one. It says a book with an orange tag. Honestly, I don't remember which one the orange tag was for. But I will figure that out and I will pick one. Okay, prompt number 3. It says a YA book. Okay, it's a young adult book. I'm actually excited about that. I haven't read a young adult book in a really long time. And yeah, literally for almost all of these, I think I have something that's like immediately coming to mind off my physical TBR. So that's really exciting. Last one, let's see what it is. A seasonal pick. I'm like actually really excited about that because it's like back to school. It's like basically going back into fall time. So I might have to pick one of my books that has a more fall atmosphere. Okay, these are the 4 prompts that I have chosen. So let's pick the books. Okay, let's see what we've got here. Okay, everyone. I think I've picked this month's reads. I hope that they are good. And I think they do a pretty good job at matching the prompts. A book that I've been putting off. So the book that I picked for that is Golden Sun by Pierce Brown. Now, let me just start off and say I really did enjoy Red Rising, and that's not the reason why I've been putting off the Golden Sun. Red Rising was very heavy, and it was sad, and it was gory. Something happens in one of the early chapters of Red Rising that had me in tears, and it needed to happen because it spurred on a lot of why the main character did what he did following that event in the story. It was a motivator for many reasons, but it was crushing. I mean, and that was only in the beginning. I finished that whole book. It was so good, but there was just so many things that were so hard to read. And so I needed a break after I finished Red Rising, but I think it's been long enough now. It's been over a year. I know that for sure. And so I think I'm ready to go back into Golden Sun. Let's see. Yeah, it's just a continuation, but I might need to go read my old review of Red Rising or maybe like watch a recap video or something to remember everything that happens because I did wait a very long time before getting into the second one. But I am excited to read this. Book with an orange tag. This sounds counterproductive to what I'm trying to do. The whole goal of what I'm trying to do is read all the books on my shelves that I haven't read before. I actually have read this book before because I'm a very big fan of this series, both the books and the movies. I'm a huge fan. I know a lot about everything that happens in them, but I've never finished all the books, and that kind of kills me. I am going to be reading Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. For everyone confused, An Orange Tag is a book that is the first book in the series, and I have read it before, but I haven't read some of the later ones, and I read these back when I was really young. So I'm gonna start it over and read the whole series all the way through. My family went to literally every single midnight showing of every single movie of these that came out. Used to read these books together, like as a family. Like we would all sit on my parents' bed and they would read it to us when the new books would come out. I was really young though when that happened, so I genuinely don't remember everything that happens in the books. And while I've seen all the movies multiple times over, the books are always better than the movies. I don't know if people say that about this series, but I need to know for myself. So I'm excited to get into this one. It has been a long time coming. The next pick is a seasonal read, and that is going to be none other than Onyx Storm. I feel like with it going into fall time, I love fantasy reads with the dragons. It's gonna be so good. Plus, I am dying to get into this book. How Iron Flame ended was honestly tragic, and so I need to find out what happens, and I'm scared. Whenever I read this book, it's always like, I'm always thinking of fall. It's also during the school time. And so I figured that this would be a good time to start getting into those like cozier reads. I know it's still warm outside, but I know fall is coming and I can feel it in my bones and in my heart. And plus, I need to stop running into TikToks that have so many spoilers. I've done a really good job at like swiping away when they come up, but it is getting so hard to avoid them. And so I need to just go ahead and read this book so I can watch all the TikToks and be informed too. And last but certainly not least is a YA book. I cannot even tell you how excited I am to read a YA book again. I'm literally an adult. I think that they are so cute and they are just like the perfect like feel-good reads sometimes. And so for that, I'm going to be reading Nothing Like the Movies. No one does YA like Lynn Painter. Sticker. How many times have we done these videos and I have to stop to peel these stickers off? I wish that they would just like give you a sticker instead of putting it on the books. Also, not to bring up the nails again, but look how good this matches my nails. That is so cute. One of my favorite books ever is Better Than the Movies. Everything about it was just amazing, and I think about that book a lot, even though I read it so long ago. And so I'm really excited to read Nothing Like the Movies because it is obviously the sequel, and I'm excited to find out what happens with Liz and Wes. The only thing that I'm nervous about is that I haven't heard amazing things, and a lot of people say that it changed how they perceived some of the characters in this book, which makes me a little nervous because I do have such a special place in my heart for both of these characters. So I really hope that I enjoy this book. I have had such high expectations for it, and so if that falls flat, I think I would be probably more disappointed by that than many of the books that I've been excited about. We are hoping for the best, and we are finally going to give this one a try. I will say that's probably why I haven't read it yet, is because I've been nervous from the different reviews that I've seen. Also, if you are looking for some good YA read, Betting on You was also one of my absolute favorite books that she's come out with. It was so cute, and I think that they were also somehow related to Liz or Wes. I could be wrong on that, but I really don't think that I am. Okay, everyone, these are the books to be read for September. Hopefully, I will read more than this. If I do, then that is going to be amazing. That is all that we can hope for, is that I can at least read this many, and hopefully we have time and availability to read more than just this as well. But I'm so excited about these. I think these were some really great prompts to start off with. I want to do a knocking down or reading my TBR books. And then at that point, we can definitely get into some statistics of the percentages and everything that I have read to bring down that number of books on my shelves that I haven't read yet. So I'm gonna go ahead and put these back in here. Thank you to my TBR jar. It has done its duty for today. I'm gonna go ahead and put that back up on my shelf. Hopefully, very soon, these 4 books will be read. When looking at them, there's actually a lot of fantasy. I didn't think about that when I was picking them, but I have been on a fantasy kick like this year. So I'm not mad about it, honestly. If I think about it, this one is super short. So I'll be able to read that one really quickly. And then also I know what happens. And it's like so fun and nostalgic for me that that's a really fun read. And then if The Golden Sun is really heavy, like Red Rising was, then I can go into Nothing Like the Movies, which is hopefully going to be sweet and happy. And then we can get into Onyx Storm. I'm honestly probably gonna have to start reading this one earlier in the month to get through it by like the end of the month, just because it is so long. So I might be tandem reading this book with some of the other ones. So I believe that is about it for today. Cannot wait to get these books read and knock them off of my physical TBR. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you to everyone again who is watching and liking, commenting, and subscribing to this channel. I said this last week, but this channel is very new and I'm just having so much fun posting to it on my own. But to see that other people are enjoying what I'm putting out there is so rewarding. It gives me all the warm fuzzies. And so thank you guys so much for supporting me and loving books as much as I do. I will see you guys later, and thanks again for watching. I'll see you next week. Bye.